Died. Elizabeth Barrett Browning, 1806 to 1861. What shall we add now? He is dead. And I who praise and you who blame, with wash of words across his name, find suddenly declared instead, on Sunday 3rd of August, dead. Which stops the whole we talked today, I quicken to a plausive glance at his large general tolerance, by common people's narrow way stopped short in praising. Dead, they say. And you who had just put in a sort of cold deduction, rather large, through weakness of the continent marge than greatness of the thing contained, broke off, dead. There you stood restrained. As if we had talked in following one up some long gallery, would you choose an air like that? The gait is loose or noble. Sudden in the sun, an oubliette winks. Where is he? Gone. Dead. Man's I was, by God's I am. All hero worship comes to that. High heart, high thought, high fame, as flat as a gravestone. Bring your yasset yam, the epitaph's an epigram. Dead. There's an answer to arrest. All carping. Dust his natural place. He'll let the flies buzz round his face, and though you slander, not protest, from such a one exact the best. Opinions gold or brassy are null. We chuck our flattery or abuse, called Caesar's dues as Charon's dues. I'll the teeth of some dead sage or fool to mend the grinning of a skull. Be abstinent in praise and blame, the man still mortal who stands first, and mortal only if last and worst, then slowly lift so frail a frame, or softly drop so poor a shame. Okay, this is a poem by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Let's see, she was born in Durham, near Durham, and she was the first daughter of I think she had 10 brothers and sisters. She came from a rich family that had made money in slave plantations in Jamaica, and she was very popular in the United States. I think she was an influence for various different poets. Now, what's this about? Well, this poem is about criticism. It's about criticizing people. It's about making judgment on people. And it's talking about somebody who, she's talking with her husband. I presume the speaker is her, and she's talking with her husband Robert Browning about somebody who's died. What shall we add now? He is dead. And I who praise and you who blame, with words of wash across his name, find suddenly declared instead, on Sunday 3rd of August, dead. So the two of them are talking about this person, and she's saying that she thinks he's a good person, and her husband, she blames him. He has a bad opinion of this person, and suddenly they discover, I think probably in the newspaper, that he died, that he's dead. On the 3rd of August he was dead. So now we have the different opinions, and she had a positive view and the husband a negative view, and they were talking about him, and suddenly they find he's gone. Which stops the whole we talk today. I quickened to a plausive glance at his large general tolerance, by common people's narrow way, stopped short in praising, dead they say. So after this, we stop talking about whether he was good or bad. So I quickened to a plausive glance. Plausive, applaud. So she's she's glancing in a positive way at his memory. She's remembering him positively for his at large his general tolerance, But most people didn't praise him. They stopped short in praising him. Most people didn't like him. Most people didn't see him in the same way, and the public and generally people didn't like him. And you, who had just put in a sort of cold deduction, rather large through weakness of the continent marge than greatness of the thing contained, broke off, dead, there you stood restrained. So now she's talking about her husband's opinion of this person, and you had just been criticizing him. You had been saying that if he had been, he wasn't really a very good person. It's just that everything around him in the situation he was in was very weakness of the continent marge, and he looked good because everything else in the situation was really bad. So rather than greatness of the thing contained. So you were saying that he looked good because of the situation he was in, and because of the circumstances. But you stopped talking about him, yeah, and you stopped from criticizing his reputation anymore. As if we had talked in following one up some long gallery, would you choose an air like that? The gait is loose or noble, sudden in the sun, an oubliette winks. Where is he? Gone. Okay, this is now a simile, and she's saying it's as if we were walking behind somebody who was walking up a long passage, a long gallery, and they were criticizing this person. Would you have an air like that? Would you want to look like that? The gait is the way this person walks. The gait is loose or noble. So they're complaining about the way he walks. They're making jokes about the way he moves. So it's this simile of it's if they're following somebody along a passage and they're commenting about him. Doesn't he look funny? What a strange way of walking. And then suddenly in the sun, an oubliette winks. Now an oubliette is a prison. but it's opened only by a grill at the top, and the person is thrown in, and the only way is to get out is up a ladder. And it's as if this person who they're following has suddenly fallen into an oubliette and disappeared completely. Where is he? Gone. And she's saying that it's like they're following this person up a hall talking about them, and then suddenly this person disappears as if they've fallen into an oubliette. And this is a simile for what's happened, that they were talking about this person and suddenly they discover this person is dead, and he's gone. Dead. Man's I was by God's I am. All hero worship comes to that. High heart, high thought, high fame, as flat as a gravestone. Bring your jacet jam, the epigraphs, the epitaphs, and epigram. So, dead. Man's I was by God's I am. So she's comparing man saying I was this, to God's I am. So the existence of man is something that is of no importance, is of no significance compared to God saying I am, that God is lasts forever. God is permanent, and everything about our lives is vanity. That life is just what we have lived, and we're everybody is the same. Is the same category as the person who has just died. So all hero worship comes to that. Is what we are compared to God, everlasting God, is nothing. High heart, high thought, high fame. So somebody who has high morals, they have high thoughts, they're very famous. But everything is as flat as a gravestone in death. It doesn't matter what they are after they've died. Bring your jacet jam. This is Latin. I think now here lies. So jacet, here lies. Here lies the body of the dead man. I think yam is now. So he's now lying. And the epitaphs, an epigram. So an epitaph is normally a clever, funny phrase. Sorry, an epigram is normally a short, funny phrase describing someone. And the epitaph is a short phrase written about somebody after their death. So effectively, these are like words on a tombstone, and criticizing somebody or saying how wonderful they are. Dead. There's an answer to arrest all carping. Dust's his natural place. Dust's his natural place. He lets the flies buzz round his face, and though you slander, not protest. From such a one, exact the best. So, this person is dead. When this person is dead, so it stops all of the complaining. It stops making judgments about people. And is dust his natural place? Is this the natural place of men? He'll let the flies buzz round his face, and though you slander, not protest. So he'll you can say anything you want about him. A dead person's not worried about slander, about mean, horrible things said about this person. Okay, so from a person like this, you're trying to get the best, but all of these things, it's not good to make judgments about people, alive or dead. Opinions, gold or brass, are null. So it doesn't matter what opinions we have of people. They can be good. It doesn't matter either way. We chuck our flattery or abuse, called Caesar's due as Charon's dues. So we abuse somebody or we flatter somebody. Okay, so Caesar's due, this is give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. And Charon is the ferryman who takes you across to death. And without that payment you can't go into the afterlife. So you could flatter this person or you can abuse them. And you give to a person what they are due, what is reasonable to give them. In the teeth of some dead sage or fool, to mend the grinning of a skull. So we're only saying these things to keep away the fear of death. We are saying good and bad things about these people just so that we are less frightened of death itself. And then finally she says, be abstinent in praise and blame, the man still mortal who stands first, and mortal only if last and worst. Then slowly lift so frail a frame, or softly drop so poor a shame. So don't praise people, don't blame people. Man is mortal. Even if you're the first, you're the best of all people, you're mortal. If you're the last, the worst person in the world, you're still mortal. So it doesn't matter if you're the first or the best. We are all mortal. We can't be anything more than mortal. And we should look after each other. We should help. We should lift so frail a frame. We should lift up the frail frame of mortality. We should help people, and we shouldn't criticize them with shame. So we shouldn't drop somebody who is already dealing with the shame of being human. So we shouldn't criticize or praise people. We should just help them. We shouldn't be talking about people like this. So, died by Elizabeth Barrett Browning.